So I think today we're gathered here I'm going to explain a bit about Apt Wealth, and then between you both as well, I'm going to learn a lot about the Financial Superwoman and also how the grants process works and the nomination process. So Apt Wealth is actually one of the top 5% of financial planning firms in Australia. And so one of our mottos is that we want to make sure that we help our clients live their best possible lives. But that also equates through to not only our clients, but also to our employees, but also everyone else in Australia. We want to make sure that they get to live their best possible life. And from a financial planning standpoint, we know a lot of that does come from having financial literacy, financial knowledge, and also feeling of financial freedom. So for us, we really understand that a lot of those life choices all come down to making sure that you feel secure in your financial position. And so at Apt, one of our core values is also all about life. So we want to make sure that we're giving back to the community, we're supporting everyone that they can, not always just our clients, but also other people within Australia that need their support and help. So that's kind of when we came across the charity Future 2. And after a bit of investigation as well, we saw that Future 2 worked really closely with Financial Superwomen. And I had a quick look at, Karen, your amazing website, and saw all of the amazing processes, what you had in place, all of your policies, and also some of kind of the testimonials and how you helped other people. And it really aligned with what we thought was really important. So helping people when they need their support as much as possible, and especially kind of from a financial standpoint, which happens to be, I guess, Apt's point of knowledge. So that's how we kind of came across founding you and how we found our values aligned. But I would love to hear from you in detail a lot more about Financial Superwomen as well.
We were very privileged to receive the funding at the end of last year. But I'll take you back a step to how Financial Superwomen started and what we're about. So we are essentially a volunteer group of females. We all have experience and knowledge in around money and finances, and we run face-to-face workshops, plus now online, to help female domestic violence survivors gain knowledge and therefore clarity around their decisions around money and finance so that they can move forward in their life and not be one of the statistics or not meet the statistic, which is returning to the perpetrator. And a lot of that time it's because of the financial aspect. So when they've left the perpetrator, he seems to often have that financial power over the survivor and sometimes the children involved as well. And so they end up going back. And that's what we're all about, is actually reducing the statistic, dropping it down to the point that they actually don't have to feel that they have to go back. And a lot of the time it is financial abuse in the relationships, and therefore they just really don't know what they don't know. And so they have no confidence. So our workshops, we run them around Brisbane, Gold Coast and in Melbourne, face-to-face ones that is. And we have experts who cover various topics, including banking, financial counselling, financial wellness or coaching. We have a property manager, we have a mortgage broker, we have an accountant, we have a financial planner, we often have a justice of the peace. And we've actually gone a little bit beyond money and finance because we've got so many more women that we've met who want to volunteer. They feel experts in their field and they want to give back to this cohort. So we always have lawyers. You can imagine how popular a lawyer would be at our workshop. We have an insurance broker. We sometimes have a mindset coach. So, yeah, an amazing group of women that have come together to support me in supporting the women who attend our workshops. And then to step forward to how Future 2 Foundation and the grant came into fruition for us was the journey that we went on with Finito and Thabojan and Matt in terms of creating that workshop online, because there were so many women who registered. They saw our advertising on Facebook, they registered, and I would phone them. Part of our welcome call is to phone them so they understand what how the day's going to go. And they go, oh, I'm in Canberra, or oh, I'm in Rockhampton, and we're like, oh, really sorry, we only run them face to face. And so having the Finito platform available to us through the work that Thabojan and Matt and the team have been doing has allowed us to reach all of Australia. which is incredible. We are now 4th workshop in, so we do them every fortnight. And yeah, amazing to have these ladies online.
That's amazing. And I'm guessing from that point of view, online makes it accessible for people that even if they were based in their location, they might not feel comfortable enough, or they might have someone that maybe would know if they were traveling somewhere, where this is a way that they can maybe do it with a bit more privacy potentially. Is that what the $10,000 grant went towards? And is there a bit more of the impact on, I guess, any of the statistics on different people that you've now been able to help compared to what you've been able to do before the grant?
Yes, sure. So yes, the $10,000 was used to create that platform within the Finito, or create our secret room, is what we call it, within the Finito platform, and cover off the marketing, the technical side of it, stuff that I don't really understand, but Fortune makes it all happen in the background for us. And yeah, so that's where that $10,000 has gone, to make those online workshops available.
It's just amazing. You're able to make such a difference to so many people. And I guess then this is where it comes over to you, Thabojan, on, I guess, the process and your involvement and how all of this worked through as well.
Yeah, thanks, Abbie. I guess to start with, Finito started about bit over 3 years ago, and love what you're doing at Apt. I've been in financial advice and wealth management for 20 years myself, and Finito was created really because I love financial advice and what we do. Unfortunately, it's just not available to everyone that needs it. And so we built the Finito platform with the desire to bring the help that we provide to our clients as advisors to everyone, to the masses. And Financial Superwomen is a perfect example that we came across each other, and we really loved the work that Karen and the team were doing at Financial Superwomen, and having the Finito platform there already, which has some functionality that can provide financial empowerment to people. We were just talking, and we said, what if we could do what the great stuff that Financial Superwomen already does, bring it online using technology and make it more accessible and available to more people. And so we talked about, the way that they're doing it. We didn't want to change the way that they're doing what they're doing, because they're doing it so well with a great group of volunteers. And that's where the funding enabled us to build the functionality within the platform to enable as much as possible, just, the very similar delivery, but making it, still privacy, protected, all those really important factors, particularly in the space of domestic violence, but for people anywhere in Australia, but also any time. So, people can't make it to the session, they can go on, they can watch it again. And we've definitely got plans to expand the functionality, so that, these women can continue to get access to the help that they need in different ways, because everyone gets that help in different ways and learns differently. And, that's how we can have the best impact possible.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just incredible that how you can help so many people. And I guess, do you have a statistic on how many people do get supported? I'm guessing every day, unfortunately, seeing in the news that the statistics are going up, which is really sad, and I guess kind of feels shocking in this day and age, but unfortunately is the reality. So I'm guessing you're just getting more and more people every day, but is there a sort of statistic that you have on how many people you've been able to help so far?
Well, we started the live workshops, or face-to-face workshops, back in October 2020. So we're up to 24 live ones, plus we've now done 4 online. And I think our number is around the 350 women have been to our workshops. So, and one thing that happens both with the online version and the face-to-face version is they have all of the Financial Superwomen's contact details. So they are very welcome to reach out and continue to get support as they work through their journey, because it's a process that they go through. And we don't want them to feel overwhelmed or anxious in any way. We understand that, they've experienced trauma and we're there to support them at the level that they need.
That's such a high statistic to be able to have an impact on that many people. It's truly incredible, and I'm sure it's only going to keep growing from the work that you're both doing together. And so I guess kind of the practical aspect of it. So just so I can have a bit more of an understanding as well myself, and I'm sure anyone that will listen will know, is how do people go about in the registration process, and how does that all of start and come about from your ends?
So their registration is pretty easy. It's jumping onto our website, financialsuperwomen.net.au, and hit the register now button. That triggers a phone call. Sorry, it triggers an email, first of all, to say we need to reach out and have a phone call. It takes 10 minutes just to run through the practicality of how they access the online workshops, and I guess really just run them through what to expect and how it's all going to work. And as Thabojan said, that if they miss the live one, then they can watch the recording. So every session we do is recorded. So even if as I said before, we're 4 down, doesn't matter that they now come in and they'll watch number 5 live next Monday night. They can go back and catch up on the other ones and go back and refresh themselves. So we've got all the way through to the end of November. Every fortnight, we've got one dropping.
Maybe you don't always want to bother people and you have to be quite conscious of their privacy. You can't really ring them and say, how much did you gain from this session and what's going on now? But do you ever hear kind of people that it has worked for and some of those success stories?
Oh, yes, we do. So we run a very short survey at the beginning of the online session, and then we ask them a couple more questions at the end before they drop off. We run the online ones literally just for 1 hour, and we run one topic each fortnight. So unlike the face-to-face ones where they're with us for sort of 5 or 6 hours and go around the room to the different experts, for the online one, we just do one every fortnight. So it's a bit of a longer process, but for some people, that's definitely what they need because that's where they're at in their ability or their capacity to work through the information that we're sharing with them. So yes, in the short time that we've done the 4 workshops that we've done, the feedback, the comments that we get at the end is along the lines of, this is stuff that I haven't really heard of before, or thank you for explaining it in a way that I understand it. Those positive comments. I can also share with you, not prior to the online ones, we've had about 5 women that we've actually helped them get into their own first homes. And where they didn't believe that they would ever be in a position to buy a home.
I'm just in awe, actually. I could probably just sit there and take a moment, but I know I probably need to keep going with the next questions. But yeah, that's just that impact on people across Australia is so important. Now, I guess probably my next question would very much be around the nomination process. So I think, Karen, I don't think you were nominating yourself, so I think you'd be too modest too.
Yeah, so I've been involved with the Financial Planning Association, so I've seen the awesome work the Future 2 Foundation has done for many, many years with Maddie and Julie Berry, who's been involved for a long time as well, with the support of great firms like Apt and others. And through the work with Finito, we've always been looking for groups of people that could really do with the help that they need. I think Karen was being modest as always in terms of the impact that they've been having through their program. And it's so easy to say, yeah, we help people get into their first homes, but if we just stop and think about what that actually means, these are things that we take for granted, and a lot of the impact that Financial Superwomen program has, they're in areas that a lot of us take for granted, but for these people, for these women where they've been through such a difficult time, the work that the program and Financial Superwomen is providing is just, it may be simple, but it's not easy. They're really hard things, and that's really providing that access to so many people, and that's why it's so important to to be able to continue that. And so we came across this work in our research at Finito and looking for organisations that we want to partner with who are really passionate about making a difference in people's lives. And when we came across Financial Superwomen and had a conversation with Karen, it was a no-brainer that we would love to help them. And I'm not sure how it came about, but somehow the stars aligned, and it was, the Future 2 program enabling us to put this idea together about bringing this fantastic program online. We were very honoured that that Financial Superwomen was recognised and the impact was recognised. It's super exciting to have been successful and been involved to support the great work that Karen and the team are doing.
That's fantastic. And I think you summed it up perfectly when you said it's kind of some of those everyday things that we all take for granted. It can just be down to simple knowing about different bank accounts or payments, or filling out your super forms, or even knowing what a mortgage advisor would want, or approaching people where maybe your confidence isn't there. And so that because you're in these environments like Financial Superwomen, it's not as scary to try and find the right person. And you're just so right in that summary. We do all take it for granted, but it's amazing that you've recognised, both of you, that that's something that we shouldn't be, and this is what we can do to make a difference.
The final thing I'd say, Abbie, is that, getting the word out is the hardest part. And all the great work that Karen and the team do, the more people that we can tell about it, because we also don't know who's facing these things, and a lot of it's beneath the surface and hidden. And again, part of bringing it online is that it makes it easier for people to access when they want. They can do it anonymously. They can get that financial empowerment at a time privately they can. And so anyone listening to this, if you need that help, or if you know someone that does, just check out the work that Financial Superwomen is doing. There might be just a little thing that, might be helpful, and any little thing is just as important. So